G'day fellas, and welcome back to another video where we're going to be taking a look at the Ottomans and Malians, the brand new DLC for Age of Empires 4 that is coming out this October for free. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Xbox booth that just happened at Gamescom. This is from their live stream. Now, I haven't watched any of this, so I've got no idea what is going to be happening on this live stream, but I will give you guys a little bit of a hint. Take a look at this. We are down here at the bottom. We are the last one on the list. Why is that? Well, I can only assume there's a big announcement going to be coming our way. So I'm personally hoping for Xbox Cloud support, which would mean Xbox support, or for an expansion. But I think I might be copying it a little bit right there. You guys know what I mean. I'm coping a little bit like, you classic Drongo. Well, anyway, we move on. But before we do, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce our sponsor for this evening. It is Surfshark. I'm partnering up with Surfshark to bring you guys an amazing deal on an amazing VPN. Surfshark protects your data when you're browsing the internet. Everywhere you go, whether it be a website or a Wi-Fi network, your data can be stolen. Surfshark prevents that by locking all your data behind closed doors. Surfshark also allows you to change your virtual location, meaning you can access region-locked content like Netflix or Hulu. So if you're interested in checking out Surfshark, you can use code DRONGO to get 3 months for free and a huge 83% off for a limited time only. So click the link in the description and grab the best VPN deal on the internet. Now, let's get back to the action. All right, well, let's get into it. We begin, baby. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Full screen. Now, it's only 1080p.
I swear I could watch that trailer 3 more times at least, but alas, we are coming to the end of the show today, so we wanted to make sure we go out with a proper bang, or in our next guest case, an ancient battle. And what better way to do that than to talk ancient conquest with Bert Beekman, studio head from Forgotten Empires. Hello and welcome, Bert.
What up, Bert?
Hey, Charlie. Good to be back at Gamescom after all these years with Age of Empires.
Absolutely, yeah. And I tell you what, before we dive into anything, I do want to ask you how good it feels to be back with the German fans, because I know how much Age really resonates with them.
It is amazing. Yeah. Like, there's such a massive fan base here in Germany.
I'm turning it down. I'm turning it down. I'm going to pause if we see like new gameplay, but if they're just talking, I'm going to talk at the same time. If you guys want to watch this specifically, I'll leave a link in the description. All right, let's listen to what Bert's got to say, though.
And I have got to say, we did do Xbox Fan Fest last night, and I was over in the corner playing it for 90 minutes instead of talking to anyone, and I don't regret a second.
Wait,
it feels
do you reckon they get the new DLC?
You know, it's just so lovely and warm.
A perfect good use of your time.
At Gamescom?
Yeah, that's what I think. Right, okay, let's dive into it and start talking about it from there.
Here we go.
In the trailer we just saw, we saw that there are 2 new civilizations on the way joining Age of Empires 4.
Hell yeah,
the
brother.
Ottomans and the Malians. So we're going to talk about both of them, but I want to kick things off with the Ottomans. So what have you got to tell us about them?
Loads. So let's start with the history, because in the end, everything in Age of Empires is grounded in history, right?
Absolutely, yep.
So we're looking at the Ottoman Empire, what was all happening in Anatolia in the Middle Ages.
Yep.
This is new.
If you think about that, it was an empire that lasted a very...
Okay, pause. Okay, now, first and foremost, I would just like to provide the caveat that yes, there appears to be about 4 pixels on this screen. So I'm streaming, or I'm recording this in 4K, but it only goes to 1080p 60 FPS. But I think their bitrate's like 60 or 600 kilobits a second. Sorry, 6,000 kilobits a second. So it just looks like absolute dog shit. But let's take a look and see what we've got here. So, It kind of looks like an English base here, but these dudes, I mean, it's very hard to differentiate. Obviously, houses. We've got the barracks. Okay, so this is that. What was the building called? The Military Academy. I think it's that. The one that gives you free units over time, and it's got a spearman coming out, or at least a dude with a spear. Anyway, let's move forward. And I like these outposts, by the way. These are pretty sick.
Very long time. It was very based on military, very militaristic, very organized, with a lot of military science going on, very regimented army that really controlled.
Pause. Okay, so what do we got here? By the way, how sick are the walls? The walls are so sick. Siege Workshop, or is that a blacksmith? That might be blacksmith. That's the mosque. That's the Siege Workshop right there. Archery range, stable. That's the new building. Town center, the keep. They got a new looking keep as well. Man, I'm loving their design. Their aesthetic is absolutely lit. 100
massive area
underscore
in the
underscore.
Middle East for a very, very long time.
Okay.
And then the question was, how do we turn that into a game?
What is that? Hold on. Oh my god, is this one of the new? This is one of the new numbers, the new wonders rather, not numbers. Okay, so have a look here. Hold the phone. Okay, so we've got a mill here. Okay, so we know that is the mill.
In the Middle East.
So they have access to a mill. So it's not like it's a special building.
And then the question was how.
This is a wonder, and we see it's got the berry bushes now. I should probably be double checking this, but it mentioned that early stage of the game, your wonder can help you with gold or food. So this very clearly seems to be the food one, and it's look at this. It's literally like it kind of reminds me of the Rus Age 3 landmark that spawns deer. It seems like you've got berries that are spawning, and look, it's on both sides.
How do we turn that into a game?
Yep.
How do we turn that into Age of Empires? And it was really
pause. Okay, we've got the market down, outpost with upgrades. You've got the nice little circle upgrade. What is this dude on the wall doing? He looks like a grenadier from Age of Empires 3. Right.
Like, okay,
there's that wonder again, or that landmark again.
Yeah.
That sounds like something we can translate. And I actually want to dive straight into the gameplay.
Okay, and now we've got, so these are just 3 different house models. Nothing too crazy here. Transport ship and Hulk.
So, for example, the Ottomans, they have the military school.
Okay, yeah.
It's a brand new building.
That was the one that we were saying.
Dark Age.
Straight from the beginning.
Straight from the beginning.
Okay, I don't know what this building does yet, but that sounds like a game changer that it's immediate. Okay.
It's
Gallius in the middle, the unique French. My theory with this is, and I reckon I'm probably right, I think the Gallius here is going to become part of the naval rework. So there's a naval rework that's happening. I have no idea how it goes down, even though, like, you guys know I've got the super good early access. I've got no idea what's going on with it, but I'm pretty confident this is going to be part of the naval rework with, like, the rock, paper, scissors.
actually a game changer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you build a military school, and it automatically trains a unit that you select. Like, you have all toggles for all the units in the Ottoman roster.
Wow.
And you can select which one you want to create for free.
Whoa, what is that? What is that right there? Now, we know, now this actually isn't the Hagia Sophia. I was corrected in the YouTube comments. Somebody said this is actually the Blue Mosque. I didn't realize it. In Turkey, in the Ottoman Empire, they've got 2 of almost identical mosques next to each other. Apparently, the Blue Mosque was made just to show that they could make one just as good as Hagia Sophia. But what is this one? We got like a bit of a keep landmark here. And there's also something else here. It kind of just looks like a TC, and it's an Age 4 TC. So this could be an Age 4 landmark.
I feel like there's a but coming, though, right?
Look at that. That is a nice looking landmark as well.
There is a but coming. There is a but.
And then we got the university and a barracks, and then
coming.
Yes.
The training goes very, very slowly.
Okay.
Okay, and then this is another I think this is the different landmark. Remember how we were talking, how this is going to be the gold landmark, and the other one's the food one. So that's what it is. What is that building?
But I suppose.
What is that building? Oh, that might be another landmark. I guess that's just another landmark, isn't it?
The sacrifice of a slow training is free armies.
You still get a free army.
And there is another one right there. So that's the... Oh my god, look at the berry bushes. Damn, girl, how you fitting them jeans? Look at that.
You want to go for combat victories. If you're not draining your resources, you can just build this massive empire of meanies to go beat everyone up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're kind of a turtle sieve.
And that's also kind of how the Ottomans play out. Like, you jump into the game as the Ottomans, and it's really all about the military and the military conquest and winning through
they're probably not
very military means. That's how you win as the Ottomans.
Yes.
What's also nice about the Ottomans is, like, the first time I played it, like a pretty advanced version of
Pause. Okay, so we have... Okay, this is where I get confused, right? Okay, so we have... I thought this was an Age 1 landmark, but then my theory was this is also an Age 1 landmark. So now it looks like we've got 2 Age 1 landmarks next to each other, which breaks my theory. So I've got no freaking idea what I'm talking about. Then this one in the middle, I think it's the same one that we got caught up on before.
It's like you feel straight at home. Like, you have played other Age of Empires 4 civilizations, and they're all quite different from each other.
Yeah.
But you get the hang of it quite quickly.
Yeah.
So it really resembles the rest. You feel at home, and
so there's not a steep learning curve on it.
Not too much, no.
Oh,
not too
okay.
much. So
can you tell us any more about any of the
Janissaries.
military units or any of the buildings
so
that
sick,
have
dude.
Ottomans?
So we had the military school, right? And they can trade all the units.
Hold on.
And they have quite...
Was that military? The military drummer unit, or the what's it called? The mehter?
The military.
Is it shooting?
It's cool, right? And
yes,
they can trade all the units,
no,
and they have
not.
quite a few unique units as well. First, they have the Janissary, a bit of a fan favorite. Like the Janissary was in Age of Empires 2, was in Age of Empires 3. It was always like the way that the Ottomans got their gunpowder earlier than any other civilization in the game.
Tactical advantage, yeah.
Oh yes.
Yep.
And it's the same here in Age of Empires 4. So
I'm just pausing because I'm just saying this right now. I hate that China has to share its gunpowder identity already. It's like the first DLC is like, bam, sorry, China, you don't have your gunpowder identity anymore. Stripped away, but guess who does? The Ottomans.
Continuing this tradition,
yep.
They can build a Janissary. It's a hand cannoneer that they create in the Castle Age, so before anyone else. So yeah, you can rush to your guns.
Yeah, they really do. They definitely have that combat edge, right?
Oh yes, they do.
Amazing. So what I want to know though is if I was to go over that booth over there, or when I play it when it comes out, what's the strategy behind them? Is it literally just to build an empire constantly, or is there a pace to it? Like, how would you recommend fans approach it?
There's one completely novel thing that the Ottomans have, and it's the Imperial Council.
Oh, okay.
And that will play a big part into your strategy.
All right, write this down. Imperial Council.
And how you kind of play the Ottoman civilization. The Imperial Council is kind of, as you build your empire, no matter how, like researching technologies, going to the next age, training units, you kind of gain experience, I say experience points. You get viziers that look at your empire and say like, this has my approval. I shall grant my services to you.
Yeah.
And those viziers can then say, okay, I'm going to give you tactical advantages. Like, hey, I'm going to make sure that you can conscript some Janissaries from the town centers, and you can use those to your advantage in your next attack.
Conscript Janissaries to the town center. It sounds to me like Age of Empires 3. For anybody who didn't play Age of Empires 3, you've got access to like a home city shipment, but the way that he says like you can conscript Janissaries to the town center makes it sound that same way. I'd be curious to see how it works though.
Oh, okay.
So it's really like you have to pick like, do I go for something more military, go something more economical, something more building up?
Yeah.
A lot of options there.
And I know you guys like to do something a bit zany, so is there anything a bit different about the Ottomans? Any other characters we want to talk about?
There is definitely one unit that is a bit different from everything else.
I hope you're going to say what I think you are.
We have the Mekter coming up, and apologies for my Turkish accent there, but it is it's a cavalry unit. Yeah. But he doesn't fight, but he makes sure that people around him fight. So it's a drummer cavalry, and depending on the beats he's drumming, he kind of has an aura around him to improve nearby units.
Okay, so nothing
so if he's
new
doing,
there.
Like metal music or drum and bass, everyone's getting a different vibe and going for it.
Yes, exactly. Like I don't know. With rock music you go faster. With metal music you get a bit angry. I'm not sure.
I think so. It'd be like an attack buff, wouldn't it? If you put like some Slipknot drums on or something.
There
like
we
that.
go. There we go. Very angry Janissaries next to you, but yes.
Very, very good. Okay, wonderful. So we're going to jump from them now to the Malians.
Can I just say, Bert is such a good spokesman for Age of Empires 4. Like just watching him, watching his energy, it's actually it's infectious. Like he's a super good spokesman. I'm so glad that they've got him here in front. Now I'm sure like plenty of other people would have been really, really good, but he in particular, he's hitting it out of the park.
They have any little drummer boys, but if not, what do they have going for them?
They have a lot going for them.
Okay.
I kind of want to start in the history again. So
100%. We said this is a game about history. Let's all.
Okay, this is new. Hold on. They're talking. Hold on. They're talking about the Malians, right? Because this is a new biome, or not a new biome, but well, it is a new biome. Yeah, this is okay. Yes, 100%. This is the Malians. So we've got different houses. It appears to be the Dark Age. So we've got these little what's it called? The gold huts.
It is in history. Yes.
That's their mill as well, man. Look at their mill, dude. They don't even get a windmill.
So when we look at the Malians, the Malian Empire.
Okay, what do we got here? We got cow, little huts for houses. Outpost still looking pretty standard. Gold mine looking very funny. There's a villager that's either mining it or I don't know exactly how this works.
Actually, was a massive empire in Western Africa. They're famous. The most famous.
Oh my lord! Look at that. Okay, hold on. Whoa. Okay, so we've got what appears to be an archery range over here on the left side of the screen. On the right side, we've got the town center. We've got some interestingly placed farms. Actually, they're not that interesting. Look at the cows that they appear to be in pastures. They really do appear to be in pastures. And I don't know if this is just for show and tell. But then the real question is what do we have here? It looks like some kind of marketplace, but at the same time, it's very clearly not. And hold on, is that wheat above it? It is indeed. It's wheat above it. So, I mean, I should probably be looking at this looking at it with the whatchamacallit up. Hold on, give me a second here.
Musa.
What's it called?
And
I can't
remember. The reason
remember.
he was so famous is because he was the richest man
to
ever have lived in the history of humanity.
True.
Oh wow, what, up until like even now or just...
Up till now.
Oh,
up till now.
Can I just say, this is literally better than going to school. I love...
How sick do those walls look? How absolutely sick do those walls look? And I love that the fact that even the stone towers still kind of look like they've got wooden on the top. So what do we got here? We've got a stable. So there's a mining camp next to the gold thingy. Blacksmith. It definitely has that theme going for it. And then obviously archery.
So much about history playing this game. It's absurd.
There are stories about him that he went to, he liked to travel.
Yeah.
Like he liked to trade with his trade caravan through the deserts and visit towns. And he was known for going to those towns, spending so much gold because he had so much gold that he completely crashed the economy.
What were those units? Did you guys see that? They only have like
village that he passed.
Why is that's
one time he crashed the
Look at these dudes that are running in. Oh, what are these? They've just got their fists out. Did you see these? Hold on.
Gold because he had so
Look at
much
them.
gold. He completely crashed.
Oh, no, they got like little daggers or something.
Any village that he passed. So that's Mansa Musa. Anyways, it's a nice background to have because we're talking about all this gold.
Yeah.
And the Malians.
Donzo Adi.
All about gold. When you build up your empire as the Malians, you have this special building called the Golden Pits, and.
So that's their hand cannoneers there, which, by the way, look like they're actually packing machine guns. Look at these things, dude.
You can build it on a gold mine, and it then automatically extracts gold from the gold mine.
Automatically?
Yes. You don't need villagers.
Okay.
And it also doesn't subtract gold from the gold mine.
So he just said... Let's just listen to that again. Hold on.
You don't need villagers. Automatically... and you can build it on a special building called the Golden Pits.
So the special building called the Golden Pit.
You can build it on a gold mine, and it then automatically extracts gold from the gold mine.
Automatically?
Yes. You don't need villagers, and it also doesn't subtract gold from the gold mine.
So what you're telling me is that at the beginning of the game, I can just go build like 5 golden pits on gold mines and get... not infinite gold, but essentially infinite gold from them, if I can keep them alive. And then the villagers can also gather the gold, I'm assuming, because we saw mining camps next to the mining pits, or whatever they're called.
So technically, it's infinite gold.
An infinite gold hack?
It is. Yes.
But it's not a hack, it's actually you've just put it in the game.
It's not a bug, it's a feature. So, famous words, yes.
That's huge though, especially for some of the late game builds where gold comes into play really heavily, or if you're in a map that's absolutely infested with enemies and you can't get to the next gold mine, that's humongous, wow.
There is a catch, however, there's always a catch.
There's always a catch.
What do you got for us, Bert?
I'm so sorry. You can build those golden pits, like the pit mines, all over the map. But you need to be able to protect them.
Well, of course.
True.
And that's quite difficult.
But you have the Donzo, baby. You got the Donzo in Age 1, a.k.a. the Stabby Boy, who can also throw a spear to protect them. So, look, is there the potential that we're going to see, like, 8-minute Dark Ages coming out from the Malians? Highly likely. Highly likely.
Like, if I was an Ottoman up against a Malian, I would go for that first.
You would, but then the Ottoman is trying to rush you, and then what? So it's like this.
But that's the joke, right? Because I've got the Donzo, and then I rush you. You don't get to rush me.
You get the the pit mine, all the way out in the map. How are you going to protect it? It's very, very hard.
And this is where the strategy of the game.
And this is where, exactly. That's
this
where
is
you start
the to and fro. Exactly. So, can you tell me any more about?
We got a nice little scene here. We got a. I apologize once again for the pixels or lack thereof. Battering ram over here on the left side of the screen. Trebs down here at the bottom. Everything looking pretty standard, stock standard. I do like the cool pants that they've got. But it looks like, are we sieging? It looks like we might be sieging an Ottoman base. Oh no, this is a Delhi base actually. I got the House of Learning.
Any buildings or any new units we're going to see with the Malians?
The units, we don't have time to go through all of them, unfortunately.
Dang
but
it. Okay.
every single unit for the Malians is different. They don't have a standard roster.
It's interesting that they went for this design, and I didn't think that this was going to be the case because this is what happened in Age of Empires 3. So in Age of Empires 3, you started off with 8 basic civs, the Europeans, and they were all very similar, like basically Age of Empires 2 civs, like 8 different flavors of Terran. Okay, and then the expansion hit, which was the War Chiefs, and they introduced 3 civs that were basically like the Zerg, the Protoss, and the Night Elves, and they put them all in the same expansion, and it really shifted things up. And it kind of feels like they've done the same thing here because they've gone, you know, you don't have what I expected would be like, okay, the Malians, and they're going to have the Spearmen, and they're going to have the Archer, and you know, they might have a unique Horseman or something like that. It's not going to be crazy, but it looks like they've said, no, it's going to be crazy. So that is one thing that excites me greatly, and another thing that scares me greatly, because when it comes to those types of civilizations, we're starting to move more towards a likelihood where people are going to feel like you can't just random a civ, because you need to be a specialist at these civilizations. Imagine if you were just like playing on the ladder in StarCraft, and you were just playing, oh, I'm going to play Terran, now I'm going to play Protoss, now play Zerg. To do that at a competitive level is incredibly impressive, but difficult. And I think the same thing might be the case here, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes.
Okay.
I say that. They have a standard archer. That's it.
we'll give them an archer, yeah.
Everything else is different.
That's a nice building right there. I wonder if this is a landmark or a wonder. This kind of looks like a wonder, doesn't it?
For example, they have a spearman. That is actually Donzo is their name.
Wait, so the Donzo's the spearman?
It's a unique spearman. It's different because he has 2 spears. Now,
I like them already.
You like them already, but there's more to it. It's not just like he's fighting with 2 spears, but he takes his first spear, throws it.
Yeah.
So the first ranged attack, and then he can fight the rest of the battle.
And there's no animation for him to go pick it up or anything.
Unfortunately not. It would be brilliant. I'd love to see that, but
or if he missed and he had to go, oh God, no, let me go get it again.
Or if he misses it, like, oh, come on.
That's brilliant. Okay, I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Do we have time to talk about buildings, though? You've got to give me something on buildings at least.
I want to give one more unit and one more building because they're actually very interesting.
Dude, they're actually drip feeding this so well. I'm loving it because they're just showing new things all the time.
We have the Musafadi. Musafadi is it's kind of a hunter unit.
Okay.
And her special ability is that she can go into stealth mode.
Oh, interesting. All right.
So it's kind of this man-at-arm unit that can go into stealth mode, sneak around the map, everywhere, and then just like surprise attack.
Are we talking like fog of war stealth, or when they're in forest units it's stealth, or?
So yeah, Age of Empires 4 indeed has a stealth forest, but this unit, she can go into stealth anywhere on the map.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
scary,
As
dude.
soon as she attacks, of course, she reveals herself. So
well, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like ghosts poking you or anything.
You're not fighting ghosts.
No. Then they reveal themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of the story behind the.
I'm just letting you guys know, I could have very easily just written on the thumbnail, Dark Templars coming to Age of Empires 4, but I didn't. You heard what they were saying.
The hunter woman. Actually, Musafadi is Malian for power woman. So we have a very cool
love
tidbit.
them
yeah,
a
there
lot.
we go.
Yes, okay. And you say that they're aligned with a building in game as well.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah?
So they're hunters. That's kind of their background. And you can also, one of the landmarks that you can build is the Hunter Fortress. And every infantry unit that is kind of around this fortress also goes into stealth mode.
What?
So
I don't even know what to say about
What? Dude, we literally have this in Age of Empires 3, and it was broken for like 12 months. Like the Inca stealth fort. It was crazy, dude. But this is, I guess the difference here is that you kind of know that there's going to be stealth units around it. It depends what the AoE size is. I wonder if scouts can reveal them. You'd think they probably wouldn't be able to, because then it would just nullify it completely.
that? Is that something that you found in your historical textbooks? Is that people would disappear around it? What was the logic behind adding that?
The story is kind of like they were hunters. If you want to hunt and you want to hunt your prey, of course you need to be sneaky. You need to be stealthy.
A little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the story behind that. It's very interesting to play with.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. I'm thinking about, this is me imagining me playing the game now. If you were to go and attack that base, you'd see this stealth fortress and you would have no idea what was waiting for you.
Absolutely no idea.
You have to test the limits of how many people you could hide in that radius to go, there, get them.
Yep.
Amazing.
Oh,
so
God,
we spoke a little bit. Well,
sounds
actually,
scary.
we spoke quite a lot about the Malians and Ottomans. Sounds like there's more to come. But they're new to Age of Empires. But the list is pretty long of how many civilizations there are now, right?
Yes, we're now with 10 civilizations.
Yep.
So we had 8 civilizations that launched last year. We had the English, the French, the Mongols.
I'm not pausing.
Chinese,
He's got the Tower of Victory. There's no way he wins.
Europe and Asia. And now we're expanding to Africa with the Malians and the Middle East with the Ottomans.
You're probably going to say these two are the new ones, but I'm curious, do you have any personal favorites or any civilizations you think you played the most?
I mean, I really, really loved playtesting the Malians.
Okay.
And because there's one more that I really, really loved about playing them. I built this whole empire, right? With all my trade routes, my gold mines, my little mining towns.
Yeah.
And at the end of the game, okay, I won against AI. I'm not bragging. But
a win is a win, my friend.
A win is a win.
We've all been there. We've all been there.
I looked at my empire at the end of the game, and I was like, this looks good. This actually looks like a big Malian empire. And it felt so good that you've built something.
Yeah.
You destroyed something, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like the victory felt even better.
Yeah, I think aesthetic.
So that's the Musafadi. The one that we were talking, or that I was talking about a little bit earlier, where they were like sprinting up and they had their little daggers out. So that's them there.
It goes a very long way. I would love for you to start grading us on the aesthetics. I'm very purposeful when I build about where I put everything. So I'm like, oh, a normal village wouldn't have a house here. I've got to do my little housing area and a little suburb and whatnot. So
exactly.
I'm totally with you on that one. But I totally agree. The way that you can just build and create very realistic, authentic villages is incredible. I do want to touch a little bit, though, on the fact that it has been 10 months since Age of Empires 4 came out. How much has the game evolved since then?
Relic and all their dev partners have been incredibly busy. So there have been many updates, many patches in many various ways. Like we've had new features coming in. Like we've had color pickers for people.
He said it.
Remappable hotkeys. We've had loads of balance changes. We had new maps, new zoom levels. Like yeah, loads.
The list just goes on and on and on. And I'm going to take us back in time now, if there's anyone out here who didn't know. The Age of Empires was first released in 1997.
Yes.
And I'm curious how the developers keep building on a franchise to keep it new and fresh when the focus is on history. It's just so incredible.
I mean, there's just so much world history and anything goes in Age of Empires. Like if it happens, we can probably put it in the game in some way.
Yeah.
And if we're just looking at the last 12 months, like we've had the release of Age of Empires 4.
Yeah.
We've had 2 expansions, 2 DLCs for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, and 2 DLCs for Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition.
Wow.
So it's...
And the fact you've got Definitive Editions as well. People want so much Age.
People want so much Age.
Give me Age.
There's more and more Age to come. So we've got that squared away, and it's... Also thinking about, like, the franchise has been going on since 1997.
Yeah, 25-year anniversary, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
come on, give us something good. I can feel it coming.
Like, this is, if anything,
it's
the
going to
best
be
time to
like
join Age of Empires, because there's just so much going on.
A new expansion in January.
Hey, 25 years, I've never tried it.
Or December.
And I will say it's a very wholesome game with a community that's deeply devoted and beloved the game so much. And I wanted to ask what it's like to work on a franchise that is not only positive. We've seen so many games just on the show today that everyone loves and is really positive. But you're with someone that's been positive for 25 years and people love it. What's that like?
I mean, it's amazing. Like, just looking at my own personal history, I've been working on the game for 10 years now. I started to play the game when I was 10 years old. If you told 10-year-old me that I would be sitting here today, I wouldn't have believed it. I'm
going to stop you there and say, if you told 10-year-old me I'd be sat here talking to you about it, I'd weep and I wouldn't believe it, but I'd probably ignore you and keep playing Age. So.
and that's the beauty about it. Like, the community is so large, so vibrant, so active.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a treat. So what we're going to do is going to talk a little bit now about looking ahead, new stuff like that, and how these civilizations are introduced. So you're dealing with ancient armies and deciding which ones to add to the game. And so I'd love to know a little bit more about what the process is
next
on deciding which ones you're going to go for and how to keep it historically correct and authentic. Because I know that's something you guys really, really care about.
Yeah. So let's take the Malians as an example. So first thing you do is you go to the library.
Yeah.
And you go to the section of Western African history. You take anything you can.
Yeah. And you'll become bookworms.
Give us the good stuff,
Basically, you start reading. You start picking apart like.
Dude, I can feel it coming. It's going to be massive.
Battles.
Is it going to be Xbox support?
Things that happened, interesting buildings, interesting military tactics that they employed. And you just put everything together. And from that, you start to distill gameplay and think like, oh, hey, we talked about the hunter woman. Yeah. We can do something with that. We can do something with that. And like that, you kind of just evolve it. You have your design. You put it in the game. And at that point, you kind of want to see like, hey, what do I have here? Is this still a bit authentic? Is this still a bit real?
Those cavalry units,
we talk a lot to experts in the fields. Like, we're not going to say that we're experts in Malian history. Not at all.
You're enthusiasts at Malian history,
exactly. And we love what we're doing, but we need to have a pro voice in there that says like, hey, what you're doing, is that actually still a bit accurate? Are you still representing Malian culture in the way that it was?
What kind of voices answer that for you? Is it researchers, historians?
Exactly. This is a long segment, isn't it?
Universities, we got in touch with experts.
I'm not complaining. I'm just like, I didn't expect it to be this long.
In weaponry.
It's great.
Western Africa.
Yeah.
Well, you can talk to those people about these specific weapons. But more practically, like, for example, the languages that we have in the game. If you play as the Malians, you start in the Dark Age. They speak their ancient Malian language, but as you advance through the ages, they speak more and more modern languages.
Come on, Bert, give me the good stuff.
That's a dedication to authenticity that I truly respect.
Xbox support.
It feels good to
another
just,
expansion. Come on, I can feel it. I'm greedy. Give it to me, Bert.
Again, I don't speak Malian. We need to go with...
you need to ask someone who does.
Exactly. And that's kind of the balance we try to find. Because in the end, it's still a video game, right?
Yes.
It is a video game. It needs to be fun. But we want to make sure that the civilizations that are in the game are represented in a way that is respectful.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially when you give that back to the community. And I'd love to talk to them a little bit now, because I've seen how personally committed they are. Myself included, I'm part of a group called the Court of Ages, which is a bunch of women who like to play and test, and it's just the most wholesome place ever. And I'm curious to know how the Age of Empires community have actually impacted or helped Age 4 along the way.
Loads.
Good to know.
Yes. Loads. Let's keep it at that. No, so for the longest time, the Age of Empires community has been involved with development. Like, hey, do you like this? Here's a beta. Here's an alpha version. Let's play. Let's develop.
Keep showing me the good stuff. I'm loving this.
And let's build a game that
they can just keep this on rolling all night. It's so good.
And that also continues today. Like, we have the Age of Empires insiders. You can go to ageofempires.com, sign up as an insider, and just register.
What is that building though?
You can go to the Age of Empires forums, like all the developers are there.
They're just waiting to talk to you.
We talk there a lot on the forums. And just like, we have Pro Council, we have other councils, we have so many groups of players that just provide feedback. And we work with everybody to try and make and bring the best into Age of Empires.
Amazing. And I feel like I need to be the voice of the community here, and I feel like I have to ask you, we know about the addition of the Ottomans and the Malians. Can you maybe give us a hint about maybe any upcoming ancient civilizations that might be added?
Go, Bert.
Cheeky. So, first of all, Age of Empires is, of course, more than civilizations. We have more maps coming, more features.
Course.
That is coming later as well with this new civilizations. I can't say more than that, but all I can say, Age of Empires is alive.
Come on, Bert. Tell us.
Alive, well, and thriving.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. So I will do that and say, with it being alive and well, are there any events or updates coming up that we can look forward to instead?
Come on, Bert.
Yes. So, first of all, just to rephrase, the 25th of October, the Ottomans and the Malians will be coming for free.
Dude, he's bursting with excitement.
Free.
Wow.
Yes.
The crowd is cheering.
To Age of Empires 4. So if you have bought Age of Empires 4 in the past on any platform, you will get the new 2 civilizations for free.
And does that include Game Pass as well?
Yes, that includes Game Pass.
Oh my goodness, I love this conversation.
Everybody gets the new civilizations.
Yes!
Speaking about things that are for free, right now, at this very moment, you can play Age of Empires 4 for free on Steam.
Wow, okay.
So if you were ever on the fence, like, hey, will I like that game? Go try it out. Go to Steam.
Why not?
Go to Age of Empires 4. You can try it out.
Yep.
Everything is unlocked, so you can play the whole game till the 29th of October.
Yeah.
October. August.
Whoa.
Of August. Sorry.
Careful there, bud.
It happens. We're live. It's fine. There's a lot of dates going on in your head.
There we go. So you can try it for free, and if you like to buy it and later, it's now on sale as well. 50% off on both the Microsoft Store and Steam. So you can pick it up as well.
What an opportunity.
Come
I'm
on.
really looking forward to all of those. I'm curious, though, as I've been walking around Gamescom, I've been seeing loads of people repping Age of Empires swag.
Yes.
Is there anything that you want to maybe showcase what's available online, or maybe for folks while they're here?
Well, we have one more announcement, and then it's probably going to be the least sexy thing that we will see in this.
Oh no, it's just a shirt. It's just a shirt. No!
There we go.
But don't do us like this.
We're going to unbutton a bit, and we're going to show.
No.
Oh yes.
We're going to be celebrating 25
This is your
years
announcement,
of
Bert?
Age of Empires later this year, so the 25th of October.
Don't do us like this,
25
Bert.
years since the original release.
5 and 25.
We're going to be celebrating with all the games in the franchise. Everybody's invited. And yeah, it's going to be lovely. It's going to be an online global event. There will be more announcements. So I would say as a developer, but also as a fan, like you want to tune in. You don't want to miss it.
Absolutely. And you got your Twitter, at Age of Empires to find out more information, website, so on and so forth.
Exactly. Just look Age of Empires on any social media. You'll be definitely kept up to date.
Amazing. I'm also curious. I shared a picture on my Twitter last night. I mentioned I was at Gamescom. There's some Red Bulls around. Are you up to something with Red Bull at the moment?
Oh, hell yeah!
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So Red Bull Wololo Legacy is coming up. It's a big tournament where we're covering Age of Empires 1, 2, and 4. And we also will, end of October.
I will just note, there's a specific number that appears to be missing there. That's, to all the AoE 3 frogs out there, I hope you guys are all right.
That will culminate in the large finals in a castle here in Germany.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
I do have to ask, though, are we playing the game, or is it just people going whoa and seeing who does it best?
We are playing the game, but I definitely want that to be a tiebreaker or something.
We need to have it in there as well, just to add some spice, you know?
Yeah. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. So best players in the world all gathering together in a German castle here, playing Age of Empires. For many, it
sounds pretty good.
Dream again.
It sounds like a dream come true, honestly. And I have got to ask, the shirt it's catching the light so well right now. Yes. I do need my own version. Is there a way for folks to get their hand on that shirt?
Yes, this shirt is available on the Xbox Gear Shop as well.
Is that it? I feel like this is it. I feel like they're winding down now.
So a lot to pick up there.
Amazing. I know what I'm doing next. Right, well, Bert, it's been phenomenal to have you here. I've loved talking to you. And, of course, everyone else who's tuned in today, that is the end of the show. So for any segments you might have missed.
All right, guys, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's just talk about how we just got done. Can you believe that? Here I come in, confident as all hell, with my Red Bulls and my energy drinks and all my other good stuff going on, my popcorn. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to get some more new civs tonight, or at least like a hint at it. Or maybe like some Xbox Cloud support. They're talking about it. They're talking it up, like big announcement. He's like, yeah, we got one more big announcement, and he buttons down his shirt, and it's merch, yo. Get your merch. Look, if there's one thing that I'm excited about, he did say that there were going to be some announcements coming up, and that it's important that we pay attention. So look, I'm going to hold on to a little bit of hope. It's been 1 year since Age of Empires 4. At least it will be 1 year since Age of Empires 4 releases. And by the way, can we just admire this thumbnail coming through from Stephanie Sue? Yo, what is going on with this thumbnail, Stephanie? Yikes. So I can't even think now because I'm looking at the thumbnail from Stephanie Sue. Oh, jeez. Where were we? Okay, yeah. They said that we should be excited about the announcements that are coming out. The last time that they said that we should be excited about the announcements, we got Age of Empires 4. So I tell you what, I'm excited about the announcements. I'm looking forward to it. I want to know what you guys think as well. A lot of cool information that we got to see tonight in this reveal. And hey, I'm looking forward to getting my hands on these 2 new civs. I hope you guys are as well. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.